Hello everyone, it's Beata from BA English Coaching and welcome to our next lesson. The front pages of Britain's newspapers were dominated last week by Oprah Winfrey interview with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. This explosive and for some people even shocking interview covered a wide range of topics, including Harry's relationship with his father, Prince Charles, his brother, Prince William, mental health issues, racism. How is this connected with our lesson? You know, when I was watching the interview, I realized that questions have an amazing power. They give you a lot of power in any conversation and they create a change. We all know that what you get from questions is information, and information is power. And questions are also good when you want to listen more than talk, as you can prompt the other person to talk about subjects or things you want to learn more about. But I've also realized that you need to be brave and confident to ask questions. Whether you are in class or at work or with your friends or family or on social media, anywhere, you need to be brave and confident to ask. Do you agree? So it's not easy to ask questions in English, is it? In your head, you need to quickly think about the grammar. So do I need do, does, did, have, had, will? And also, will I not offend? Does the question make sense? So it's a big and complex thing, questions. When talking about questions, subject and object questions, it's something that all my learners have always found tricky. And that's why I have decided to do the lesson now. I hope you will get more awareness about the complexity of forming questions and you will gain confidence to ask them. As always, I give you a context. So this time, as you can guess, it's the interview with Harry and Meghan. What a great context, right? A bit of grammar, a bit of English culture, and you will also have some pronunciation practice. It is an interactive lesson. Take notes, pause the video and answer my questions. You learn by doing, so take action. I hope you are ready to learn how to change your conversations. Let's find out first more about this explosive interview. It gives us a perfect context. As you will all see, it raises many questions. And that's what we want to look at today. Read the text. If there are any blocking words, look them up in a dictionary. But don't worry, you don't need to understand every single word. Meaning is perfectly fine. Pause the video now and take as long as you need to. There's no rush. We will read it together now. Listen for the pronunciation and you can always pause the video after and read it aloud to yourself. You can have some bonus pronunciation practice.
Prince Harry and his wife Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, sat down with Oprah Winfrey for a tell-all TV event on Sunday, the 7th of March, 2021. Meghan married Harry, a grandson of Queen Elizabeth II, at Windsor Castle in May 2018. The interview itself was a chance to clear the air after the couple stepped back as senior members of the royal family. They spoke about their struggles with the British media, the racism that Meghan faced, and the lack of support they received from the royal family. During the interview, both Harry and Meghan made shocking revelations about the British royal family. Meghan admitted that she was naive at the start of her relationship with Harry. Harry revealed how bad his relationship was with the rest of his family. He also accused his family of cutting them off financially. Meghan struggled with her mental health. She said that a few days before the wedding, Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, was upset about the flower girl dresses and it made her cry. Kate later apologised and brought Meghan flowers. Meghan claimed a royal family member raised concerns to Harry about how dark Archie's skin might be when he was born. While the couple said they had difficult moments with some members of the royal family, they said the Queen was always wonderful to them. Now that they're on the other side, Meghan says that her life with Harry is greater than any fairy tale. Harry thinks that Meghan saved him, but Meghan thinks Harry saved all of us.
Let's have a look at some basic rules. These rules apply to almost all questions. In a question, an auxiliary verb or helping verb normally comes before the subject. In present simple, for example, the auxiliary verb is do or does. Do you read English newspapers? Does he watch TV? In present continuous, the verb to be is in the reverse order. Are you listening? Is she crying? In past simple, we use did to form questions. Did he watch the interview? In past continuous, it is was and were. For example, were you talking to them? Was he listening? In present perfect tenses, we use have and has in questions. Have they left the UK? For example. In past perfect tenses, we use had. Had she arrived? And in future tense, we use will. Will they come back? So it was a quick review of how we form questions in these tenses. If you are not confident with them, you can always watch my other videos where I explain the forms in more detail. The words who, whose, which, what, when, where, why, and how are used in questions to show what kind of information is wanted. For example, why do you read newspapers? When did they leave? As we now know, Oprah Winfrey interviewed Harry and Meghan. Oprah is the subject in this statement, and Harry and Meghan is the object. Now, you want to ask about the object. You know that Oprah interviewed someone, but you don't know who. How do you ask? Pause the video and have a think. Who did Oprah Winfrey interview? Who, in this question, refers to the object, and the order is as we have just discussed. You need an auxiliary verb. In this case, did, because the question is in the past simple. So Oprah interviewed Harry and Meghan. But imagine that you know that someone interviewed Harry and Meghan, but you don't know who. And you want to know, you want to find out, you are curious. How do you ask? Pause the video and have a think. Who interviewed Harry and Meghan? Who in this question refers to the subject. These kind of questions are called subject questions. And as you can see, the order is as if it was a statement. There are no auxiliary verbs. We also know from the interview that Meghan struggled with mental health. So we have a statement. Again, I want you to think of two questions. Someone struggled with mental health, but you don't know who. And the second question, you know that Meghan struggled with something. Pause the video and think of these two questions. Oh, who struggled with mental health? So it is a subject question. The order is as if it was a statement. And the second? Oh, what did Meghan struggle with? Object question, and you need did. The third example, we also know that Meghan saved Harry. Pause the video and think how you would ask these two questions. Someone saved Harry, you don't know who, and Meghan saved someone. Again, you would like to find out who. So the answers, who saved Harry? Is a subject question, no auxiliary verbs. Second, oh, who did Meghan save? It's an object question, you do need an auxiliary verb. If you need more time to think about this, you can always pause the video and take as long as you need. Make notes as well. The interview has sparked strong reactions across the world. And as I said earlier, you learn by doing. You have some statements. Can you please ask questions with who or what? Pause the video now and write the questions down. Let's check the answers together to see if you have understood how to form subject and object questions in English correctly. I watched something very interesting on TV.
Oh, what did you watch?
We have learned something new about the royal family.
Really? What have we learned about the royal family?
Harry married someone in May 2018.
Oh, who did Harry marry?
Someone stepped back as senior members of the British royal family.
What? Who stepped back?
Someone made shocking revelations about the royal family.
Oh, really? Who made shocking revelations about the royal family?
Someone was naive.
Oh, who was naive?
Someone cut them off financially.
Who cut them off financially?
Something happened a few days before the wedding.
Oh, what happened a few days before the wedding?
Kate brought her something.
What did Kate bring her?
Someone made a comment about Archie's skin.
What? Who made a comment about Archie's skin?
They said someone was always wonderful to them.
Oh, who was always wonderful to them?
The public thinks something about the interview.
Oh, what does the public think about the interview?
I think we can all agree that we are interconnected and events that happen around the world affect us all. That is why you are watching this video and you are learning English, a global language that will enable you to communicate internationally and share knowledge. We have looked at subject and object questions today, and I hope you have found this lesson valuable and you will have the confidence to ask questions now. Let me know in the comments below. I also wanted to go beyond grammar and help you notice this issue, as you might have to communicate about it in English in the future. So that brings me to homework. Number 1, find out about the world, how the world reacted to Harry and Meghan's interview. Choose 5 facts, for example, that you find most surprising. Using these facts, create a quiz using subject and object questions. Don't forget to join us on my Facebook page, and you can then post this quiz on the page. Follow us on Instagram and you have all the links on your screen. And remember, don't be the same, be better every day. And don't be afraid to ask questions.